Maybe it's not even faster, I don't know. Well, he's doing a lot of mistakes here. I guess he can shave a few seconds off the world record. What is this?
What's your record, Jens?
Well, hello everyone. This is Jens Andersson and Linus Larsson. We are two of the developers of this nice little game, Yoku Express. My name is Jens. I was the programmer on this game, and with me is
Linus, and I designed all the levels, and I did most of the writing for the game.
Cool. Matthias Snygg was also meant to be in this stream, but he couldn't make it. He did all the pretty art, including this nice opening thing that he worked together with Team 17 to do an animation out of. We'll be doing some commentary over the world record speedrun of Yoku's Island Express. So we'll try to give you some fun, interesting development background, and hopefully some oohs and ahs for stuff we didn't know could be done with the game.
Yeah, already interesting seeing him slow down before hopping off that little hill, just not to overshoot the fall.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of these speedruns before, and one key thing that's might be hard to pick up is sort of the fruit management. All the locked flippers throughout the island requires a certain amount of fruit to unlock. So, for example, there he did an extra little thing to gather some fruit. I expect he will need that later on. And now he has exactly 30 fruit, so he can unlock this flipper and get to the first ability of the game.
Which is the party horn. It allows you to honk the party horn and destroy objects and get the attention of people.
Yeah. Why did he go down there? Is it to...
he's going back now.
He might be skipping the whole first section, I guess.
Oh, he only needed the party horn.
Yeah, he needed the party horn. And this, I think I know what he's doing. Yeah. So, remember this bug, Linus?
Yeah. I remember fixing that bug like 5 times. It just keeps coming back.
And apparently not a good enough job there. That's lovely. What's one man's bug is another man's speedrun tech, I guess.
So, about the speedrun, is it like anything goes? Is he allowed to go out of bounds and stuff? Do you know?
I think this is the out of bounds is okay, but he needs to do the full NIMS quest. And the reason for that is that the anything goes speedrun is just 7 or 9 minutes long. I think it's 9.
Yeah, I think that's the only one I've seen.
Yeah, and basically he just finds a bug that allows him to drop directly into the end boss fight, and I think this is more fun to watch. It's a little bit longer. We'll see more of the game. There are more interesting things that get pulled off.
With the amount of random that is like innate to Flipper, it's gonna be very interesting to see how much Flipper control he's gonna exercise.
Yeah, if he ever miss a shot, you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's definitely better than us, I bet.
Trying to get that double hit on the crystal with the party horn.
Different.
Yeah.
Using the party horn to do a double hit on the destructible. So he hits it with the ball once and at the same time hits it with a party horn. You can break the destructibles with party horn.
Still no title screen glitch.
Title screen glitch.
Yeah, I know there's a random bug in the game that one time in 100 or something you don't drop down again. and that allows you to do an extra special speedrun thing. But it's apparently they haven't found a way to reproduce it.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's one of those speedruns that you gives you an edge, but you can't practice it.
Yeah, something like that. And me being a programmer, I'm responsible for that. I'm guessing that's sort of related to loading times and stuff.
Take it.
Okay, he got the extra large fruit wallet.
Easier at the end.
Yeah.
I guess he's gonna go somewhere to grind for fruits.
Maybe, or he needs it for one of the special unlocks that you need to purchase. I don't know. I don't know where you're going with this. I haven't watched a speedrun in a long time.
So here we're seeing the slug garden. This was one of the earliest levels that we did, but also one of the ones that went through the most iterations. I think we have like 6 or 7 versions of this level.
Yeah, and it's very action heavy. Which was so hard to get right. It was like a lot of focus testing where people ended up and they sort of stopped playing here because they played for an hour or so. Obviously not now because we are 5 minutes into the run, but normally. And it was a lot of frustrating issues that we needed to fix throughout the whole area. And also, we hadn't properly learned how to break up levels. So you have like 6 action areas in this. This is one like physical level in the development tools, and that proved very problematic to cram a lot of stuff into one single thing like that.
Oh
Became big and unwieldy. Well, he's playing the game quite as to be expected so far, except for the skipping the whole phosphor initial quest.
Yeah.
Oh, don't slow down.
Okay.
Oh no, got a little slowdown there when going down.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, not a slowdown as in performance slowdown, but...
Oh. I'm used to you complaining about bugs in the game, so...
What is he doing now? Oh, he's trying to align. Nice!
He waited for the slug timeout. Couldn't he have used the party horn to
he was trying to align it perfectly.
I see.
Skip. So here he's usually required to go through a pretty long section just to get back out after picking up the slug back.
Wow. Okay, so that's a way to get through the shortcut bridges. Very nice. Yeah, we knew that the slugs would be. It would be possible to break a lot of the game with the slugs. We, refer to rocket jumps from the original Quake. That's what the slugs are to us. But we made an effort to have the game not break when you did skips like that.
It's
okay.
It was the mentality for a lot of the development, really. Like same with the little skip you saw him perform with the shortcut, right?
Yeah.
Pulling the shortcut down from the wrong side.
Yeah, we saw that like a couple of weeks before we released, though, and if we'd seen it earlier, maybe we would have fixed it. But at that point.
Yeah, it wasn't a problem either, so it's like... Yeah. Hopefully it wasn't for anyone, at least.
So he's got the NIM quest, right?
Yes. So he just picked up the NIM quest, and he has learned that he needs to find the 3 chiefs scattered around the island and bring them back so they can fix whatever is wrong with Moku.
And now he's cheating again.
Oh, is he gonna get into the cannon service?
Yeah. So
Nice.
He's doing the beeline before he's unlocked it.
Rabbits.
Very nice. And he's getting the... Why is he getting the squatter? No, he's not. He's leaving it there.
Oh, poor squatter.
The squatter is a Nordic mythological animal that we put in there, but we made him way more cute. Well,
Yeah.
Johanna did.
Yeah,
She did the
Those
art for it.
and
Johanna insisted on putting his butthole in there as well.
Why was that?
I don't know. Cute.
nice.
Oh, that was
Oh.
a very nice. Like,
He's
Top 10.
skipping some really lengthy action levels here.
Yeah.
That's nice.
but you spent some effort making that hard, right? It didn't look very hard.
No. That's. I remember that one appearing in multiple locations in game during development, but
Yeah.
I thought we got rid of it.
Where is he going now?
Hey, now I lose all to God misfire.
I'm afraid to see if he gets the obtainium ores, what he's gonna do with those.
Oh, what happened there?
Never lucky.
What did he do, Linus?
I'm not sure. I think he interrupted the slow motion, and that made him drop down.
That was weird. I don't think it saved him time either. Maybe it was like something else was meant to happen. That was a nice one. And he needs the fruit, or
Is he?
no? He's doing something. What's going on? Oh, another beeline thing.
That's good.
I love this.
Wow.
Whenever he sets up those
I lose
frame
time.
perfect little tricks there. It's
Yeah,
very nice.
very nice. Yeah, I think the snow areas are some of my favorite areas. Like the
Still-
music is so wonderful. The music done by Jesse Harlin.
Yeah. What was it he said? Like Western country meets Mongolian throat singing.
Yes, something like
East
that.
meets West, I think he called it.
Very nice. Yeah, there's a lot of very peculiar instruments in this game.
I'm so glad we ended up adding all these destructible elements. They came in quite late in the game, but I really love them.
Right. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Just trash to destroy. Oh. He's pausing to see if it's the right frame to let go.
Interesting.
Please.
Yeah, almost
perfect.
every tool that Yoku unlocks is fully like systemic, and it's kind of nice seeing how
Did you
people
know
can
that
break
one?
it.
53, I believe.
Did you
Yeah,
know that
yeah.
trick?
Yeah,
Just get this. 13.
I think a lot of the skips that we've seen so far have been known, but have been deemed like it's such a low chance that that it will happen to anyone not actively attempting to do it. So it's not a problem.
Yeah, and I really like that sort of design mentality as well. Like, make it possible, and as long as it doesn't break anything for anyone else,
Yeah.
it's nice to have these kind of things.
What the? Don't need these.
Oh, these bridges, they were such a hassle as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure they were worth it. Like,
No, well, it's nice not having static screens, I guess, but it's...
yeah. I'm playing the new Ori right now. Everything is moving so beautifully.
So we can lose time to telescope. And also because I...
It was
Yeah.
one of Matthias's goals with a lot of the art was no static frames allowed.
Yeah. That's a good rule of thumb.
Yeah.
So he has no problems whatsoever with a grappling hook, the suitling on a leech.
This is crazy. Like I would use save states in the development tools to make a lot of these jumps in one go like that.
Do you miss the development, Linus?
Yeah, I mean, what's cool about that three-man thing is that you know, you have a good idea during lunch, and by the end of the day, it's already in the game.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
That's very nice. So we were 3 people on the core team: Matthias, me, and Linus. And then at the last year, like we developed this game for 5 years. The last year we brought on Johannes, who did some art, and Johanna, sorry. Johanna, who did some art, and Marcus, who did additional programming. And also we had Jesse, who did the music, and Tom, who did all the audio. So that was the full team. Yeah, he's using the party horn a lot to speed up the destruction of the destructibles.
Yeah.
I remember that conversation that we had, if we would allow that, because we knew it would prove problematic.
Yeah.
But that was the whole breakables are fun kind of discussion.
Yeah, and then I remember we were initially like, do we really want people to always be honking that party horn? But seeing people play, the answer was clearly yes, because everyone just enjoyed doing it.
That's my favorite dialogue in the game that he skipped. Picking up the poop dialogue.
Oh yeah, he comments on the fact that you just pick it up with your hands.
Yeah. There were so many poop jokes throughout the development, with Yoku being a dung beetle and all.
Well, we had to push the poop agenda through the writing, because you can't tell it's a dung ball. A brown ball just didn't read nice.
Yeah. Well, you can get it.
Yeah. Do you think we'll see any of the costumes for this? I don't think so.
Probably not, if it's just speedrunning to complete the game.
I think the ball sprinkle stuff ended up being one of my favorite things.
Yeah, one of those features that no one was... Like, Matthias didn't really get it at all, I remember. Like, skins for the ball? What for?
Yeah.
But it was a nice unlock, a reward for doing some stuff, and then it ended up being... Everyone loved it, the way it got implemented, I think.
Yeah, I think it's... I wish I would have had even more time to do more tie-ins to more of the skins, but it's that little like promise that there might be something in there that isn't found, I guess.
Yeah. All right.
So have you ever looked at the stats on Steam? Like, do you know how frequent it is that people actually 100% this title?
I haven't looked at Steam, but I remember fairly early on during the life cycle, like the first month or so, that we were like 10-20% at 100% of the game of the people who started it, which was like insane. That's probably the stats that I'm most pleased with. Not only like we have a large completion rate for the game, but people have actually keep going and 100% it.
Yeah.
I like that was also one of the biggest misses I think we did for the game, is that we haven't seen any use of the scarabs, but like those kind of bluish, kind of extra challenge kind of things. We almost accidentally tied an achievement to getting all the scarabs, but there's no in-game reward for doing it because it was quite hard and it wasn't fun for everyone to do that.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of people who 100% the game, if you look at the save screen, and getting 100%, but haven't gotten all the achievements, which is like, that's not cool.
Really? No.
Oh, he made a mistake.
Oh,
was that
That's fine.
the first or the second mistake ever? Yeah, this was a hard boss to get right as well.
Yeah, it was way more complex early on, but I think as with almost everything in the game, the more iterations you do, I think it goes for almost all game developments. You almost always end up like going back and simplifying until it just works.
Where did he go, Linus?
I think
He fell off the mountain. No, sorry.
Isn't it just the trigger for the rocket launcher, the rocket launching that speeds you up getting out of it automatically?
Yeah, maybe. All right, one boss down. Spaceship gone. And that flipper was supposed to be fixed. One of the I didn't fix bugs in the game. It's so hard developing games. You can't look at your own game without seeing the things you remember is broken. That's why I find it very difficult to play any games that I've worked on.
Yeah, it's starting to have been long enough now, though, that I feel like I kind of want to try the game. Oh,
there he goes off the mountain. And we got to see some graphical artifacts. That's a nice skip.
I'm surprised the game was able to load that smoothly. Like,
yeah.
Is this running on the PC?
Yeah, this is a PC version. Yeah, if it was a console, it would have stopped for a bit. We sort of built loading hints for the game. So if you walked in a specific direction, we could preload the areas up in front. But when you do stuff like this, the game doesn't know where you're going.
Matthias's art for this area is really, really nice. I was 100% with you when you said the snow part was your favorite, but now I'm not sure anymore.
Yeah. The Skull Gang.
Yeah. The little effect that shoots out from Yoku when he walks is something that also came in quite late into the game. And that just, for some reason, that just completely solved feeling slow when you were walking. I recall.
Really?
Yeah, I remember I had such issues with feeling slow, and then I just added that little speedy effect when he moves, and then oh, now I don't feel slow anymore.
Here's another area that is one of the oldest in the game.
Yeah, I think I actually made this, the first iteration of this, which is still quite close to this, during my first 2 weeks at the studio.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, we had Linus make a bunch of action levels just to get into
that's the last one.
Feeling of building good flipper sequences. And this was before we had figured out how to sort of interleave it with... Oh, nice.
That's cool. I know you could do that one.
Yeah. Yeah, this was before we had figured out how to merge sort of the adventure areas and the action areas, which was really the key to making this game. And it took years for us to figure that out. It's kind of weird thinking about it now, but because it feels so obvious, right?
Yeah, but we for the longest time we had that mentality of that this would be a 2-button input game, right?
Yeah.
Was it 3-button input?
Yeah, 3-button, but using the same buttons to control the flippers as you did controlling Yoku.
Yeah.
And that was really hard to get right, and we couldn't figure out how to make that feel good. And when we finally gave up on that, that opened up the possibility to build areas that were neither action nor adventure.
Yeah.
And this this was another battle that we had lots of problems getting right. You see Yoku up there pushing that button.
Really?
We wanted to have Yoku in the fight, but it was so weird with he was in the way. we wanted to use these extra balls to block these steam pipes.
Yeah,
And Yoku was just in the way.
Learn now.
So we made it so you need to hold the button up there, hold the door open. And it worked! After iteration 10 or something, we figured that out.
Yeah, it was definitely... All the boss fights are really some of the biggest time, the costliest things to make.
So did you see the shot he did there as well? Like, it looks so easy when he does it, but he took the underside underneath the ramp to hit. Like, there's so many things that look easy that are hard that he's doing here.
Let's see if he gets through the steam shots as well. He's a bit cautious here. It's a big time sink if you miss one of these and lose the ball.
Maybe it's not even faster. I don't know. Well, he's doing a lot of mistakes here.
Please.
I guess he can shave a few seconds off the world record. What is this?
What's your record, Jens?
Yeah.
Well, I'm quick. I can use the cheat menu.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, he was already walking during the cutscene there.
Oh. And speeding back to the Skull Gang hideout.
Right, that's number 2, chieftain number 2 that goes back.
And Kickback shows up. And now he has conveniently 100 fruit to open the beeline. Very nice.
So for the oldest time, the beeline was not its own thing. It was part of that skill tree, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we cut that whole thing by the end. The whole idea of flippers unlocking...
He's breaking through bounds.
Yeah, he failed. Yeah, so that's sort of one of the biggest bugs in the game, but we didn't know about it until speedrunners got their hands on it. And now he's trying to time something as well. There are a couple of places where you can... Oh, wow.
Oh, he's bringing a slug with him.
Was that intentional?
I think so. I think he's gonna skip. He doesn't have the dive power up, right? Oh.
What's happening?
I think he's getting through seams in the box 2D physics. Yeah, is he still in the rail? He was still in the rail physics layer.
Should be a goal.
The physics go into a special mode when you're in a rail, and when he skipped like that, he stays in that mode even though he's not in the rail, so he needed to do a checkpoint restart to sort of reset the physics. Apparently you could hit the checkpoint while being in that mode.
Yeah, I think you can interact with almost everything except for the physics.
Yeah. And now he's going through this level all the wrong way, like in the opposite direction. Yeah, this is where you're going. And the lovely God Egg, the 100% challenge.
All right, so now he's heading towards the Screech, which is gonna be the third. Well, I thought it was. Yeah. Huh. Now I'm not so sure where he's heading actually.
So another backtrack slide?
Maybe he needs a slug?
Oh.
No. I don't know. He's probably gonna skip back down there. But I'm not sure where this is going.
Yeah, where will he get down there? Oh, is he gonna do this again? No? I
guess he can skip the whole wheel. Where is he going?
Maybe he's going back to the rails out of bounds spot. I know that particular rail is at a bit of a nasty angle, so I think it's a little bit easier to get the glitch off there.
Yeah.
But I mean, in theory, you could get it at almost any rail that is next to a tunnel, right? Or does it
Maybe.
require the loading screen as well?
No, no, it's not loading. It's sort of the physics near the border of the tunnel.
Yeah.
We had that problem for a long, long time as well, and I thought I fixed it. But
Yeah. So this glitch is why you can technically beat the game in 7 minutes, right?
yeah, so you just go up there and you can get into the final boss by doing something like this. Oh, he seems to have worked out. Is he still in the rail mode?
I think so.
Yeah. It's just water all over. It's so weird.
Come on.
Oh,
Dropping into the boss room? No?
almost. Oh, he seems very pleased with himself. Yeah.
So who is the runner that we're watching here? Do you know?
jkxWinG.
All right.
He's
Do you know
the
anything
world
about
record holder. Yeah, I've talked to him a little bit on jkxWinG. I've talked to him on Discord a little bit.
Okay.
Nice guy. He's a big fan of Yoku's, as you can imagine. I think I saw his Steam profile. He has like 1,000 hours on it or something. And boss number 3, the Screech. The scary boss.
No, not that way, please.
Yeah, the boss fights were some of the hardest to make fun in this game. Boss fights are always hard.
Yeah, one of the problems in particular is a pinball table. I don't know if most people have thought about this, but a pinball table in general is a vertical thing. But this game is made mostly for widescreen levels because we just thought that plays better in modern environments. Like no one has a vertical screen when they're playing.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's possible, I guess, if you have like a 3D layout and sort of tilt the whole table down. Wow, he's quick about this.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a big challenge to design all gameplay to work nicely in a widescreen format. And getting stuff working, like see how the camera is moving a little bit left and right and back and forth, so you get that nice parallax in the background and stuff. That stuff took some time to get right.
Yeah.
Okay. That was the second hit to the Screech. I like this sound as well.
I remember doing some final fixes to this boss just weeks before a week before we shipped.
What did you do?
Just general fixes to this boss.
Oh yeah.
Getting all his animation states right was very tricky. I'm by no means a trained animator.
Yeah.
That's not to say I did the actual animations. I just set up the boss.
Scripted the whole thing. Nice. Okay, final hit. Go for it.
Nice.
And this is the one kill shot we have in the game, which we were afraid would hurt ratings and stuff.
Oh, that's very
nice. Did it? Or did we get that low?
We got the rating we wanted, PEGI 7 and ESRB 10, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's fine.
Alright, so he's beaten all the 3 bosses, just the final section of the game.
I recall there was some concerns during development about the fact that I make a joke about the slugs being in heat with one of the characters. that would push the ratings higher.
Yeah, but we fought for that. We fought to keep that.
Yeah. Oh, he still hasn't enabled that flipper. He just uses slugs every time.
He has no reason to enable that.
Oh.
And he uses that sled for some extra speed across that. Yeah, it's... Wow.
I wish there
All
were
right.
even slugs everywhere in this game.
Now he's walking up to Nim to turn in everything.
Oh, right.
And
He's almost at the end.
Yeah, he's getting the instruments. The instruments was also something we added super late. Right?
Oh, yeah. The initially, like, how... I think we worked a lot with the process of, like, not exactly knowing where we were going with Hey, don't laugh. Like, I heard Studio Ghibli works that way as well.
Oh, yeah. They were a big source of inspiration to us, so...
Yeah. No, but a lot of the major plot points and stuff, like, while we had a small outline, we just wrote most of the stuff as it came along.
Yeah. All right. The ceremony starts. Mukuma. So, we didn't have a name for this guy until... Like, what was his original name? Like, do you remember, Linus?
No, I can't remember. And
remember all the discussions we had about it then?
Yeah, I do. Back finally revealing himself to be the bad guy and offing Moku.
The Godslayer. And then somehow Yoku gets pulled down. Mukuma must have known that he or she needed helping. Needed some help.
Oh, come on, Yoku!
Come on, Yoku, don't get stuck.
I think the rope ended up being so good as well. That was also one of the things that we struggled with getting right for a long time. Because initially, Yoku, whenever the ball started rolling, Yoku would just jump into the ball. But we felt that whenever that happened, we sort of lost his Yoku's personality.
Yeah. Yeah, we were really concerned that having Yoku there all the time would be super distracting.
I hate this.
And it was
so
a lot
much.
of work to
Round! What the fuck?
He's not happy. A lot of work to get that to work properly, but we took a chance and had him out all the time and fixed everything that needed to be fixed to get that work, and it wasn't distracting, it was fun. The science of game design.
That's what I want.
Try a lot of shit and see what works.
So how do you feel about the fact that this, at this point, there is no fail states in this game?
No fail state. I love that about this game.
Yeah. I thought that was actually not that hard to deal with. Like we, well, of course we had some problems that in like making things feel serious.
Yeah. No, and we found the balance with sort of
16.
removing a little bit of fruit.
Oh, I think we're nearing the
end. Yeah, draining, as we called it,
Sub 40.
from a pinball table and removing some fruit. That was enough, I think.
Yeah.
All right. The gods.
Oh, you can see that I've hidden Yoku just outside the screen for the loading trigger.
That's lazy scripting, Linus.
No, it was done before we had the other scripting solution, and I just never went back and fixed it.
Yeah, no, don't fix what's working. It's unstable enough as it is.
It was not that good.
Not that good.
Oh,
It says
Time.
beating the world record.
Left 2.
And the jazz music playing. Yeah, that was a music choice by our music guy. He made a pitch for, I want some, what did he say? Acid jazz? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
And we were like, well, maybe. But it kind of works.
Is Jesse doing the voices for this song?
One more.
For this one in particular,
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know. He had a bunch of friends doing talented singers as well.
Yes.
Well, wow.
Yeah.
That's the end of the speedrun. That's super impressive.
That's so great. Sub 40.
Could you do that, Linus?
No. I wouldn't be able to do it even if you paid me. And Yoku is all right.
Yeah, I love that we put him up there as well. Like, and even the God Slayer can be found post game, and you can befriend him and forgive him, and everyone is happy.
Snippy snap. Hi.
Oh, that was great. I wish I could have seen more of the game.
Biggest mistake. Yeah, I did not God misfire.
What's God Misfire?
I have no idea.
Little mistakes. Telescope, like 30 seconds.
Telescope, 30 seconds.
Seconds on climb. Spina, 7.
I think is he talking about the splits? I assume, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
Why is the first split called Thief? Oh, he's stealing the leash without.
yeah, it's not the first. It's in the middle, I guess.
I believe Andersson is dead.
Yeah, we did a lot of those little jokes about shaming the player whenever you would
If I want a PP,
intentionally steal stuff or break
Player shaming is always good.
Yeah.
And God misfire is stupid awful.
All right.
Well, that's wonderful.
I go again, but for
It was-
another category.
It was so nice to see this game. I haven't seen this game in a while.
Perhaps all bosses,
I must replay it soon.
100% or so.
Yeah, totally. Me too.
But this quest is dead. Yeah, 20%. Sub 7 is in. Sub 7. I go for like 5 runs, okay?
What's he talking about?
He says Nim's quest is dead now because he got such a good time,
That I need
and then he's gonna do sub 7 for the
can't do
any
7
percent.
Yeah.
with the same music.
All right. Well,
Very good. Well,
Thanks a
everyone
lot.
watching, thank you so much.
yeah.
I
Thanks a
hope
lot.
you enjoyed it. We certainly did.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. And thank you to you as well, Jens, for getting me into doing this.
My pleasure. Team 17 and IGN set it up, so this was fun. All right then. I hope everyone has a good time out there, and hopefully we get to do this for a future game as well.
Yeah. All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.